Fiancé, Andrei Castravet and sister-in-law Jenn Potthast expose TLC's lies and confirm everything was scripted. Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Elena, hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Andrei Castravet appears to risk his 90-day fiancé career with his latest move. He just exposed TLC and revealed that everything was a lie. The TLC star teamed up with his sister-in-law, Jenn Potthast, to reveal what was true and what was not during their journey on the show. Andrei featured his journey with his wife, Elizabeth, for several seasons and spin-offs. Potthast's family member gained a lot of popularity with their chaotic dynamics. Andrei stirred up a lot of drama after entering the family. Over the years, fans have criticized him for his controlling and toxic behavior. But was it all really true? What is the truth? Did he and Elizabeth fake everything? Keep on reading to learn everything. 90-Day Fiancé. Elizabeth accused TLC of twisting her storyline. 90-Day Fiancé star. Elizabeth received massive criticism for her problematic behavior during her latest appearance on the show. Fans couldn't believe that she protected her toxic husband, Andrei Castravet. They felt the TLC stars were made for each other because of their similar traits. Elizabeth often gets under fire for her controversial statements. She doesn't mind pointing fingers at others while taking no responsibility for her actions. Hence, the TLC star keeps trying to control her reputation. Elizabeth threw shade at the network with her recent post. She uploaded a video of herself, and her reactions conveyed her message. She wrote on a text overlay, "Me remembering what they edited out." The reality star rolled her eyes and smirked a little to accuse TLC of editing her storyline. 90-Day Fiancé. Andrei joins hands with Jenn to expose TLC. 90-Day Fiancé star Andrei Castravet proudly flaunted the title of one of the franchise's biggest villains. He doesn't mind throwing others under the bus just for fun. The reality TV star feuded with almost the entire cast during his previous appearance on Happily Ever After. Andrei had a massive feud with his co-star Statler a few weeks ago. Fans demanded that TLC kick him out of the franchise for his disrespectful attitude. However, Andrei decided to turn against TLC instead and expose the lies with his sister-in-law Jenn. He proudly shared that they were called the villains during the show. The TLC star talked about the family business and all the drama that had surrounded it for years. Jenn stated, "People really believe that we had this entire huge family business, and that you wanted to come in and kick Charlie out, kick this person out." Andrei began laughing. Think about how it was all staged. Jenn quickly revealed that only Dan and Chuck were in the business together. Surprisingly, it was Andrei's idea to fake a family business and pretend to kick everyone out of it. He spilled about the $100,000 investment drama, which was also a lie. Additionally, Jenn clarified that she never hated Andrei. He and the latter praised the editing work to make it look more dramatic. Fans were in disbelief to know that everything was scripted. One fan said, "We knew y'all was fake. Nobody cares because we don't want to see any of you." Another user felt that Andrei and Elizabeth might have been kicked out of the franchise and decided to spill the tea. Others also hope they don't have to see the couple anymore. 90-Day Fiancé. Elizabeth and Andrei Castravet ditch America. 90-Day Fiancé celebs. Elizabeth and Andrei Castravet are one of the most successful couples from the franchise today. The two have been in touch with fans online, sharing adorable stories about their growing family. They're currently living in the US, but many were surprised when the married couple decided to leave the country. Keep reading to see what happened. 90-Day Fiancé. What are Elizabeth Potthast and Andrei Castravet up to today? Aside from pillow talk, Andrei and Elizabeth have been embracing their lives as social media influencers. The 90-Day Fiancé stars frequently get sponsorships from different brands. They also like to make funny skits online, and most of them involve their kids. Andrei currently works as a real estate agent, while Elizabeth is a property manager at her dad Chuck's real estate business. Many fans have been impressed by how successful the two have become after all the hardships they faced during the early days of their relationship. Elizabeth and Andrei leave country. Elizabeth Potthast recently took to her IG stories to share clips and pictures from their recent trip to Moldova. The 90-Day Fiancé star flew to her husband's home country along with their kids. One of the pictures shows their daughter Eleanor, who has grown so big. They were also able to meet their cousins from Andrei's side. Elizabeth enjoyed the traditional dishes in Moldova, it also appears that it was a huge family event, implying that their trip to Moldova would not be permanent. 90-day fiancé. Elizabeth Potthast shares adorable clips of her kids. Elizabeth also shared that they suffered from severe jet lag on their trip to Moldova. However, her kids didn't waste any time spending time with Andrei's family. The 90-day fiancé star uploaded a clip of them dancing to a Moldovan song. Elizabeth also shared an adorable clip of her son, Winston, walking with her on the street late at night. After all of the drama that this 90-day fiancé couple experienced over the years, this is a refreshing, happy update for the entire family. It looks like the kids enjoyed their time spending time with their relatives and connecting with their culture. 90-day fiancé. Elizabeth Potthast makes unexpected move with Andrei Castravet after he gets American citizenship. Andrei Castravet from 90-day fiancé. Happily ever after, travels out of the United States with Elizabeth Potthast and their children before New Year 2025. The couple got married in 2017, despite facing family drama in 90-day fiancé Season 5. Over the years, Elizabeth and Andrei achieved various milestones together, including buying a home, welcoming 2 adorable children, becoming successful as social media influencers, and achieving career goals. Recently, Andrei achieved his biggest milestone by gaining American citizenship and fulfilling his duty as a citizen by voting in the 2024 U.S. elections. Elizabeth and Andrei have recently surprised their Instagram followers by traveling out of the country despite being well settled in Florida with their 2 children, daughter Eleanor and son Winston. Elizabeth shared a picture on her Instagram story, revealing that she is in Chisinau, Moldova, with Andrei and their children. She wrote, "You guys guessed it. Noi suntem in Moldova. We are in Moldova." Elizabeth wasn't the only one who posted about the international trip. Andrei also shared a video on his Instagram story, showing off his hometown. He expressed his warm feelings for his country with the song, "My Home." After their initial photo and video, the 90-day fiancé couple continued posting updates from their trip to Moldova. One photo showed their excursion to a winery, with their daughter behind the wheel of a vehicle and waving to the camera. Another showed Andrei kissing his wife's cheek. They also attended an event that had a huge array of food spread out on the table. Elizabeth then shared a video of some kids, including their daughter, adorably dancing while surrounded by people sitting at tables, presumably at the same event, with their son Winston joining in on the festivities on the dance floor. In another video, Elizabeth tried to get her son to say hi to the camera as they walked down a street at night, but he refused. She included the caption, "He just cracks me up." The family clearly had a great time in Moldova. Elizabeth later posted a video of her and Andrei giving an update, with Andrei saying they were back home, though they seem to be referring to Moldova since that's the location tag they added to the Instagram story, and it tied in with the song he added to his initial update, "My Home." The couple admitted that they, along with their kids, were tired and jet-lagged after flying. What does Elizabeth and Andrei's latest Moldova move mean for their family? Elizabeth and Andrei want their children to be connected to Moldovan culture. Elizabeth and Andrei likely traveled to Moldova to visit their family and relatives. After years of living in the United States, the trip to Moldova seemed like the perfect family getaway they deserved. Previously, Andrei had been unable to travel stress-free due to his deportation scare, as well as his new job as a real estate agent. Elizabeth had also been busy in recent years, dealing with her second pregnancy and focusing on her career as a musician. Neither Andrei nor Elizabeth had had the opportunity to travel outside the country. The trip to Moldova reveals that Elizabeth and Andrei can finally enjoy a vacation. They are likely doing well in all aspects of life, so they've traveled to Moldova to relax and visit their family. The reality TV stars may have also traveled to Moldova for the benefit of their children, wanting them to maintain a connection with their cultural roots and meet their extended family. The 90-day fiancé. Happily ever after couple are wonderful and attentive parents, making the right decision to include their children in their travels. What Elizabeth and Andrei's huge family trip means for 90-day fiancé. Elizabeth and Andrei's lack of drama wouldn't make for compelling TV. It's unknown if Elizabeth and Andrei will ever return to the 90-day fiancé franchise to update viewers on all the exciting updates and events in their lives since their last appearance. They faced a lot of family drama early on in their relationship, yet they still got married and started a family together. Andrei's life has opened up brand new opportunities now that he is a US citizen and taking part in his civic duty to vote in the recent election. Based on the way Elizabeth and Andrei's happy lives are going now, it doesn't sound like they would be able to provide much drama that would make for a compelling storyline on 90 Day Fiancé, which thrives on a lot of drama and scandal. They also probably don't want to expose their children to that side of the spotlight. It's one thing to share updates on social media, but reality TV is an entirely different beast. Elizabeth and Andrei are likely very content with the way their lives are unfolding right now and don't want to add any new stresses. Our take on Elizabeth and Andrei's Moldova move. Elizabeth and Andrei's marriage has stood strong through challenges. Seeing Elizabeth and Andrei travel to Moldova after such a long time is good. Previously, the two visited the landlocked country of Eastern Europe to have their second wedding. They were excited for their future together. Elizabeth and Andrei's latest photo shows their hard work and dedication to their relationship, despite countless issues, strengthening their bond and compatibility. Elizabeth and Andrei will likely enjoy their time in Moldova once again. Hopefully, the 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, couple will be able to give their children a memorable New Year and holiday experience. 90 Day Fiancé. What does Elizabeth Potthast and Andrei Castravet's daughter Eleanor look like today? Elizabeth Potthast and Andrei Castravet from 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, welcomed their first child, daughter Eleanor Louise, in January 2019, and she'll be 6 years old in 2025. Despite their strong love and chemistry, Elizabeth and Andrei have faced many challenges in their relationship. They first met in Dublin, Ireland, through a dating app and became committed to each other. After Elizabeth returned to the United States, she applied for Andrei's K-1 visa so they could get married in the US. However, Elizabeth's family always had suspicions about Andrei's intentions. Eleanor was born in January 2019. Elizabeth finished her breastfeeding journey with Eleanor. In March 2020, Andrei and Elizabeth were married in a lovely outdoor ceremony in Tampa, Florida. In December 2017, 4 months later, the 90 Day Fiancé couple discovered they were pregnant with their first child. Initially, Elizabeth's family, particularly her father, Chuck Potthast, felt they were being irresponsible by getting pregnant when they didn't even have the resources to support themselves, let alone a child. At the time, the couple was living in an apartment owned by Chuck and weren't paying rent. Despite the challenges, the family supported the couple during Elizabeth's first pregnancy. On January 23, 2019, Elizabeth and Andrei celebrated the birth of their first child, Eleanor, who weighed 6 pounds, 11 ounces, and was 19.5 inches long. Elizabeth shared the first pictures of Eleanor on Instagram with a message saying, "We thank you all for your love and support during this precious time." While Eleanor was just a newborn in the pictures, many commented on her resemblance to her mother. A year and 2 months later, Elizabeth announced the end of her breastfeeding journey with Eleanor, revealing that her daughter now drinks whole milk and almond milk. Eleanor graduated from voluntary pre-kindergarten in May 2024. Andrei gets emotional at his daughter's VPK graduation. Elizabeth and Andrei's daughter Eleanor successfully reached a significant developmental milestone in May 2024. Elizabeth shared a beautiful picture with her daughter, who looked just like her, dressed in a stunning graduation gown. The 90 Day Fiancé. Happily ever after, alum announced her daughter completed voluntary pre-kindergarten, VPK. Along with the picture, Elizabeth wrote, "Congratulations to my beautiful queen for graduating VPK." She expressed her pride in her daughter, who would soon start kindergarten. Elizabeth conveyed her emotions with the hashtags #graduation and #crying. Although Eleanor appeared shy in the picture, she was proud of her achievement, which is a testament to her ability to learn, grow, and develop social and emotional skills. While Andrei wasn't in the picture, he expressed his feelings in the comment section. His comment read, "I'm not crying, you are crying." Popular 90 Day Fiancé franchise cast member Lauren Brovarnik, who has 3 young children herself, commented, congratulations." Many other fans congratulated Eleanor, and some were even surprised to see how much she had grown in recent years. Eleanor will be 6 in January 2025. Eleanor has stepped into the role of an older sister. Eleanor is excited about starting kindergarten and enjoys playing with her baby brother, taking on the role of a big sister. She is 5 years old but will turn 6 in the next 2 months. Recent pictures taken by Elizabeth at the pumpkin patch show Eleanor picking out and painting her own pumpkin. While Elizabeth and Andrei's daughter isn't a fan of posing for the camera, she doesn't hesitate to strike a pose. Hopefully, the 90-day fiancé, happily ever after couple has something special planned for their daughter's 6th birthday. Chuck and Charlie's ego sparks chaos on 90-day fiancé, happily ever after. Sometimes it's not the actual 90-day fiancé couples who stir the pot on the franchise, but it's their families who manage to raise chaos in the series. Over the years, the families and supporting cast members have become an integral part of the 90-day fiancé franchise. In fact, some families were so entertaining and interesting that they went on to have their own spin-off. This was the case with Season 4 star Chantel Everett, who later appeared in her own spin-off, The Family Chantel, with her then-husband Pedro Jimeno. Jenhowever, although some families did not receive their own spin-off, they still left a longing impression with their on-screen antics. As was the case with Elizabeth Libby Potthast, her husband Andrei Castravet, and the rest of the Potthast family. Andrei and Libby first appeared in Season 5, and her American family weren't a fan of the Moldovan natives' controlling and brash attitude. Over the years, the rift between the families has only gotten stronger, and I can't help but notice that maybe the egos of the Potthast men are fueling the fires. Happily ever afters, Charlie won't give Andrei a fair second chance. One major issue Libby's brother Charlie Potthast has with his family is how they treat Andrei. The Potthasts were often two-faced, saying mean things about Andrei, Libby and their relationship behind their backs, but offered a more supportive view when Andrei was around. 90-day fiancé. Happily ever after, star. Charlie also didn't like how his father, Chuck Potthast, bent a few rules and welcomed Andrei into the family business with open arms. I understand Andrei hasn't offered the best impressions and can come across as controlling. However, Charlie appears to be the same way. He wants to control the family business he doesn't even own and force Andrei out of the family instead of practicing more acceptance. Ultimately, if Charlie wants to be in his sister's life, he needs to accept that Andrei is his brother-in-law. 90-day fiancé. Star Chuck refuses to admit to wrongdoings and double standards. While I think it's not Charlie's place to be forceful about his opinion regarding the family business, I do think he has some valid points in general. The family doesn't always practice what they preach. Chuck does seem to give the 90-day fiancé franchise couple preferential treatment, whether he gives the couple loans, a home to live in, or endless chances at a job. Andrei hasn't always proven himself worthy of the opportunities he's received either. Luckily, Chuck's decision to include Andrei in the family business seems to have worked out in his favor. But I think Charlie's concerns were valid. Then, since Chuck shows preferential treatment, all the siblings, not just Charlie, feel left out and personally attacked. Overall, I can understand their point of view. If Andrei never proved himself worthy up until recently, then it didn't make sense not to include them in major decisions. Personally, I think Chuck and Charlie are acting exactly the way Andrei can act, which they detest. All three 90-day fiancé men seem to want to be alpha males and have a hard time relinquishing their reins. The more Andrei sticks to his guns and refuses to let Charlie's attitude truly get to him, the more stubborn and arrogant Libby's brother gets. Then, the more the Potthast siblings turn against Libby and Andrei, the more Chuck wants to help the newlyweds. Their actions are creating a vicious cycle that only fuels their egos and adds more chaos to the mix. 90-Day Fiancé and its spin-off series air on TLC, 90-Day Fiancé. Andrei Castravet reveals if he's leaving Libby after American citizenship and describing her family as cult. Andrei Castravet from 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After recently posted beautiful family pictures, revealing whether he has left Libby Potthast after obtaining American citizenship. Originally from Moldova, Andrei moved to the United States to marry Libby, a Florida native. Despite family drama, the couple tied the knot in December 2017 and welcomed their first child, daughter Andrei Castravet, in January 2019. More than 3 years later, Andrei and Libby had their second child, son Winston Castravet. Despite building a lovely family in recent years, there has been speculation that Andrei would leave Libby after becoming an American citizen. In July 2024, Andrei became an American citizen, which led to rumors that he might be planning to leave his American wife. However, Andrei has now shared stunning family pictures from Tampa, Florida,